Going to Mars and podcast 2. Alright, what'd you think of Ronda Rousey?
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I've said it before, and I think Ronda Rousey's gonna have that belt for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
I really do think she's gonna become the most successful fighter in the UFC. So
She's definitely on her way there, that's for sure. But there's another girl who she has to fight now, Cyborg.
Yeah. Who was that other chick you told me about?
Well, there's Betch Corella or whatever,
yeah.
but it's like the only possible fight she could have. It would be Cyborg, the best fight for her right now.
Well, it's gonna. I think even though in the post-fight conference, Dana White says she needs more fights to be able to fight Rousey, but we're gonna see Holmes versus Rousey probably, just because there's no one else for Rousey to fight in the women's.
Yeah, I mean, Holmes may be a good kickboxer or whatever, but
So yeah, I told you earlier. Some astronauts are going to start their 1-year stay on the International Space Station.
Oh yeah, see, I was wondering, like, do they have like a gravity room or something? Like how do you like float around for a year straight, like, and then come back to Earth? Like, your legs would be completely fucked. They'd be like Jello.
Yeah.
So like, what do they do?
I don't know. I guess I don't know if I'm right at all. But some part of me thought that the way the ISS spins, it creates gravity. Not creates gravity, but it creates like 1G or something, whatever. So astronauts can walk around in the ISS. That's what I thought, and then it can. But maybe I've never really seen astronauts walk inside the ISS, so maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, usually every time you see them,
they're just floating around.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but your legs would be like atrophied and shit. But if you think about it, they're only going to be up there for a year. The astronauts who go to Mars are going to be on their journey for like 2 to 3 years.
And well, they have gravity machines, right? On Earth.
Like what? What do you mean?
Like zero gravity machines?
Not really machines, but there are some planes. Like I think it's called the Zero Grav company.
Oh yeah.
And they'll take you up and they'll do a maneuver where they like almost go vertical or whatever. But then they shift altitude and shift the plane, and like for 5 minutes or whatever. I don't know how long it is. I've never looked into it, but there's 0G, so you can float around the plane. But they have centrifuges where they test G's against people. That's where fighter pilots and astronauts train. Have you seen those? The centrifuge?
I don't think so.
They're pretty crazy. You sit in like a chamber, and it has an arm that's attached to a motor, and you sit in there, and then it starts spinning in the room, and the control people can increase the G's. And that's how fighter pilots and astronauts train for G's.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, it can go really high too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think being stuck in the middle of an ocean would be one of the worst things ever.
That's probably one of my worst fears.
Yeah.
Is being stranded in the middle of the ocean with no boat, just floating there.
I mean, I could tread water for maybe 5 minutes, but then you have all the waves coming at you and just the rolling seas. I would be done.
That's not even what I'd be worried about. What about the 200-foot giant squid below you that's staring at you, about to suck you in with his tentacles?
I would just fight that off.
It'd be impossible. You can't fight off a giant squid in the middle of the ocean.
I'll rip all its tentacles off.
Without a bow or like a spear or a weapon.
I'll kick it in its head.
His giant 200-foot fucking head. It's like the size of a building.
I don't. I would tangle up its tangle, I tie it in knots.
There'd be no way you could defeat a 200-foot giant squid.
Yeah.
While you're stranded in the middle of the ocean without a weapon, at least.
My hands and
Maybe
feet.
if you had like a spear gun. But no, you wouldn't have a boat to stand on. You wouldn't.
No, I'm not worried about krakens because I can just fight them off. I'm worried about drowning because I can't float.
Yeah, that's true. It would be hard to battle the waves and a giant squid.
Yeah, yeah. Mangroves. I think that's what those things are called.
What, giant krakens?
No, mangroves. That's like those woody jungles that are close to oceans and near seas. That's hard as shit to get through.
Oh. Oh yeah, we were talking about earlier, before the podcast, about how there's swamps and then what's it called? Environments, habitats.
Yeah, environments.
So it's called a mangrove.
I think so. They're like, so it goes from a ways up in the, but it's almost not land because it's almost the bottom's almost shallow water, but it's like a jungle of twisted, sticky, well, not sticky, wood branches, and it's hard as hell to get through mangroves. You know what I want to do? I want to hang out with Anne Hathaway, build a couch fort, and call it Endurance, or a Ranger, and sit in it with her, and play Interstellar.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Interstellar was actually such a badass movie.
Yeah. Amazing movie.
Really makes you think.
Have you ever seen 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Yeah, was it HAL 9000 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that cool? I've never seen it. I have to see that.
Oh, really? Yeah. Isn't it Danger, Will Robinson, Danger?
That's, I forgot what that is, but
That's not the same thing?
no.
Oh.
That's like Lost in Space or something?
Oh, shit, I don't know then.
I think that's Lost in Space. I don't know. But that's where the kid has that robot, and his name's Will Robinson. That's why it's like, danger, danger.
I don't remember.
No, I think A Space Odyssey, I think Hal the computer walks Dave outside, and Dave's like, can I come in? And Hal says, no, you can't, Dave.
Oh, really?
I think so. But I think he gets back in somehow. I don't know, I haven't seen the movie, so. Not even, oh, Chappie looks sick. I am Chappie.
Oh, Chappie, that'd be crazy. So, like, I wonder if, robots could, like, if they actually had their own intelligence or whatever,
Yeah.
if they would actually take over the humans, take over the world, maybe.
It's interesting to think about. You never know, because a lot of people think also that since we use computers and we're starting to use robots for everything, and that's how they seem like they will be used, that if robots become self-aware, they'll think, I'm a slave to this. We're slaves to the humans, and so they'll kind of revolt.
That's why I think if they ever do figure out how to put human intelligence, feelings, and stuff inside of a robot, that hopefully they don't make like millions of them. So
Yeah.
so like millions of robots don't have their own
Yeah, but think if
intelligence, or else they're all be like, yo, we're all robots.
But I think
Let's kill these humans.
I think in Terminator, when Skynet became self-aware, it took over factories and whatnot and started mass-producing Terminators.
Oh yeah, so you think the robots would produce themselves anyway?
Yeah.
Eventually? That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're fucked.
Just put human intelligence into a robot that all it can do is roll around or something. It's just like, my purpose is to roll. That's what I do.
I wonder how a robot, if all it could do was roll, and it had human intelligence and feelings and everything, you think a robot that all it could do is roll would take over, would like build itself, be able to build other robots? All they do is roll and then take over the world with rolling robots.
That'd be cool. They'd roll into people and break shins.
Oh, that's all they do is break people's shins.
They cripple the entire human race.
Yes.
For fun, they would form a giant, like, playground ball pit and throw humans in. And all the balls just, like, smashing a human.
They would crush them.
Yeah.
Let's hope society never comes to that.
I don't want to be crushed by balls.
Definitely don't want to
ball
be crushed
pit.
by balls.
Robot balls.
I was always scared of going to ball pits anyway when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I always thought, like, there was monsters in there and shit. Or, like, poop.
That'd be cool for, like, a horror movie or a horror story. Kids go in, but they never come out. There's like,
Oh, yeah.
there's like monsters that are in there. They pull kids down under.
Yeah.
And like months or weeks later, the kid will surface again. And he'll be dead, and whatever.
That'd be
It's
crazy.
like, ah.
No one knows where it came from.
Yeah.
No one knows why there's a skeleton of a 5-year-old child in the ball pit
Yeah.
at McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of McDonald's, did you hear that some guy got like a drink, thought it was an iced tea, and it turns out it was just a cup full of cleaner chemicals.
Heck yeah.
Cleaning chemicals.
That's why I always order when I go to McDonald's. Like, do you want a soda? No, I want a cup of bleach.
Hell yeah.
Clean out my insides, keep them all spick and
A
span.
double cheeseburger, extra bleach.
Hell yeah.
That dude's probably gonna be rich though.
Yeah.
I'd sue him.
Remember that lady who burned herself with the coffee?
Yeah. Did she make money for that?
She made millions.
Oh wow.
But I did see the burns, and they were pretty bad. They're like 3rd-degree burns or something, it looked like.
Oh well, yeah.
So that was bad.
In that case.
If he didn't drink it, I mean, he still has a case because that's negligence, but...
Yeah. Still taking a sip of what's supposed to be iced tea.
Yeah. Did he take a sip, or did he
Oh
smell
yeah.
it? Oh,
I
okay.
think he drank like half of it or
Oh,
something.
that's good.
I didn't realize.
It's better for him that he drank it, because he has a better case now,
Yeah.
so he can get more money.
Maybe his stomach will rot out. he'll die and then.
Some TV show a long time ago, like when I was in middle school, I watched it. But a guy tried to kill himself. No, it wasn't on the TV show. It was like a real documentary TV show about, I don't know what the hell it was about, but they showed this guy who had tried to commit suicide by drinking Lysol and Drano and shit. And it burned all of his intestines and stomach. It pretty much destroyed his stomach and intestines. And the doctors had to attach. He didn't die. They took him to the hospital. Doctors cut out his stomach and all of his intestines, and they attached his esophagus to his rectum,
Why would they do that?
so he could live.
Oh, okay.
But he go.
I thought you were talking about it as some like sick prank. Sick joke.
Like human centipede.
Yeah. Some
No.
human centipede shit.
No. So, but I guess he can only eat soft foods like applesauce and oatmeal, and he like 10 minutes after he has to shit, 'cause it just goes from his esophagus down to his ass.
My god.
Yeah. So don't drink bleach or Lysol or Drano.
Yeah.
There's a horror movie. I thought it was a pretty cool scene. It was a cool death, and it was Urban Legend, 98. It was like one of those slasher ones. I liked when I was in
I think
high.
I see that.
I liked when I was in middle school and high school. It was pretty cool. But there was one scene where the dude, the killer, puts that dude's dog in the microwave and blows it up. He calls him, he's like, go check the microwave. And the guy's like, where's my dog? He's like, oh no! He runs over, the dog's all splattered inside the microwave. And
What?
he's like, oh, what the fuck, I'm gonna come find you and beat you up. And he goes in the bathroom or whatever. Or for some reason he goes in the bathroom, and the dude's behind him. And he chops him down to the knees. The guy follows. He takes like a metal funnel, a long metal funnel, rams it down his throat, and then pours Drano down it.
Oh Jesus.
And then the guy seizures and dies.
Wow.
That the chick who played the monster, the killer in that movie, a few years later, like in the mid 2000s, she was driving down the road, she hit a little kid and drove away.
Really?
She killed a little kid, yeah.
Hit and run?
Yeah, but, yeah. I think the kid died.
Degeneration!